Dear students, please note down. These notes are available in the description of video. Please download your notes. In today's lecture, we will discuss Poisson apparatus of snakes. Important topic. It is a type study, and that topic concerned with BSc students. In today's lecture, we will discuss Poisson apparatus. Dear students, that is a characteristic feature of all poisonous snakes. It means this Poisson apparatus is strictly lacking in non-poisonous snakes. In our next lecture, I will discuss the differences between poison and non-poisonous snakes. In today's lecture, we will discuss Poisson apparatus, and this apparatus consists of a pair of Poisson glands, a pair of Poisson ducts, and a pair of fangs. Dear students, note down in this Poisson apparatus that consists of a pair of Poisson glands, and these Poisson glands which are present in upper jaw, in head region, and this, look here in this diagram, very clear, this Poisson gland, it is present on each side of upper jaw, head region, and this Poisson gland, it is a modification of labial gland, or it is a modification of parotid gland, and this Poisson gland is well supported and covered by a thick connective tissue as well as constrictor muscle, and this muscle is fan shaped, and posteriorly it is well supported by this masticatory muscle. Note down, on each side of upper jaw a Poisson gland is present, and this Poisson gland, which is a modification of parotid gland or labial gland, that produce poison, and it is well supported and covered by connective tissue as well as this constrictor muscle, which is fan shaped, and posteriorly it is well supported by masticatory muscle. A pair of Poisson ducts. It means from each Poisson gland, in this anterior region, a fine narrow duct arises, and this Poisson duct which opens at the base of fang. Next point is fangs. These are a pair of maxillary teeth which are present in upper jaw. Dear students, note down, and these fangs or maxillary teeth which are well covered by fang sheath. These are a pair. These are modification of maxillary teeth, and this fang which is a curved structure, and each fang having a canal, having a Poisson groove, and that groove extends from the base to the tip of each maxillary teeth or fang at the time of biting. This Poisson gland which produces poison, and that poison flows anteriorly through this Poisson duct. It reaches, the poison reaches in to the fang canal, and finally the poison is injected into the victim's body, just like an injection syringe. Dear students, this Poisson gland that produces poison, which is carried by this Poisson duct, and this Poisson duct opens at the base of fang, and that fang which is a modification of maxillary upper jaw teeth, and this fang consists of a groove, that is Poisson canal or Poisson groove, and this groove extends from the base to the tip of fang, and through this fang or Poisson canal, the poison is injected into the victim's body like an injection syringe. Next important topic, that is types of fangs. First type is Solenoglyphus. Dear student, this is LS of Solenoglyphus fang. Solenoglyphus means it is hollow. It is a pipe-like structure. And this fang, Solenoglyphus, that is a characteristic of pit vipers and rattlesnakes. In this fang, a pulp cavity is present, and then note down, just behind this pulp cavity, a groove, a canal is there, which extends from this basal part to the tip of fang. And this solenoglyphous fang can be folded. Note down, this is transverse section of this solenoglyphous fang. In this one is Poisson canal, this is pulp cavity of maxillary teeth, and it is well covered, surrounded by outer coat, that is enamel. Second type of fang, that is Proteroglyphus. Note down, first is solenoglyphus, means it is hollow, it is just pipe like, and this Proteroglyphus, and this Proteroglyphus means this groove, this Poisson canal that lies in anterior face of the fang. That is a characteristic feature of all king cobras, kraits, corals and sea snakes. Note down, this solenoglyphous fang can be folded, but this Proteroglyphous fang, it remains permanently erect, so it cannot be folded. Note down, this fang that is that can be regenerated, having a remarkable power of regeneration. It means it is regenerative in nature. So a lost fang can be replaced by new ones. One is solenoglyphus, means it is hollow, it is pipe like. Second is Proteroglyphus, means this canal which is groove or Poisson canal that lies in anterior face, and this solenoglyphus, this fang can be folded, but this Proteroglyphus that remains permanently erect, which cannot be folded, and this fang solenoglyphus, that is a characteristic feature of pit vipers and rattlesnakes, while in case of cobras, sea snakes, corals, Proteroglyphus, the fang remains permanently erect, that cannot be folded, like solenoglyphus. And solenoglyphus, which is a characteristic feature of pit vipers and rattlesnake. And the third one is Ophistoglyphus. Now down, Ophistoglyphus means this groove, this Poisson canal that lies in posterior region. Ophisto means posteriorly, and this Poisson groove, which is like a thread like a suture, and its both apertures are very clear. This one is anterior intake aperture and this one is discharge aperture. It means this Poisson groove that extends throughout the length of fang. These are small sized fangs, and which are characteristic feature of colubrid snakes, and colubrid snakes like grass snakes. Dear students, this is all about Poisson apparatus of snakes as well as types of fangs. Each Poisson apparatus consists of three parts. One is Poisson gland that lies, one Poisson gland lies on either side of head region, upper jaw, and this Poisson gland, that is a modification of parotid gland. This Poisson gland, it is well covered and surrounded by thick connective tissue, constrictor muscle as well as masticatory muscle. From the anterior part of this Poisson gland, a Poisson duct arises, and this Poisson duct which opens at the base of a fang, and this fang which is a curved, it is a modification of upper teeth, and this fang, it is regenerative in nature, so it can be regenerated, means a lost fang can be replaced by new one, and it is surrounded by a fang sheath. And this fang that consists of a poison canal or a groove, and this groove extends from the base up to the tip of fang. These are three types of different fangs. One is Solenoglyphus, second is Proteroglyphus, and third one is Ophistoglyphus.